Imagine answering a phone that could tell you who was calling. Sounds simple, right? But without one brilliant mind, this convenience, and countless others, would never have existed. That mind belonged to Shirley Jackson, a theoretical physicist whose groundbreaking research at Bell Labs cracked telecommunications wide open. Her work paved the way for caller ID, call waiting, and the very fiber optics that power our modern world. Africa. A continent often defined by its struggles. But look closer. Beneath the surface, a wellspring of ingenuity flows, shaping not just our future, but the world's. We see the technology, the sleek devices, the instant connection. But rarely do we ask, where did it all begin? Whose brilliance sparked the revolution we now take for granted? For decades, innovation has been painted with a single, often homogeneous brush. The narratives, carefully curated, have obscured the contributions of many. Stories buried beneath layers of prejudice and systemic exclusion. But the truth, like a seed planted in fertile ground, always finds a way to break through. Consider the telephone. A ubiquitous tool, a lifeline in our interconnected world. But the ability to see who's calling, to juggle multiple conversations, to transmit data at lightning speed, these weren't inevitable. They were the product of groundbreaking research. Research conducted, in part, by a woman who defied expectations, a woman whose name deserves to be etched in the annals of scientific history. She arrived at Bell Labs in 1976, a physicist already armed with a PhD from MIT. At Bell Labs, she dove into the theoretical and experimental physics of semiconductors. Her work was fundamental, exploring the properties of materials in ways that would ultimately reshape communication technology. She studied charge density waves and the behavior of polaronic semiconductors. Her discoveries, insights into the fundamental properties of materials, directly enabled the development of caller ID, call waiting, and, yes, the very fiber optic cables that now carry our digital lives across continents. Billions of calls made every day. Data streams connecting villages to global markets. All riding on the back of a technology, made possible by a woman whose name is conspicuously absent from the textbooks. A woman who, if you haven't already guessed, was a black woman. Wait, what? Why it matters now? But the story doesn't end in a lab, or with a single invention. It echoes into the present, shaping the very fabric of digital existence. Think about it. We are talking about the shoulders upon which the giants of today stand. Men and women whose ingenuity, often dismissed or ignored, paved the way for breakthroughs we now take for granted. Take Philip Emeagwali. In 1989, while the world was still struggling with bulky, room-sized computers, Emeagwali conceived of something revolutionary, a hyper-connected supercomputer. Inspired by the intricate organization of beehives, of all things, he designed a system that could perform calculations previously unimaginable. He didn't just build a faster computer, he architected a new way of thinking about computation. His 65,536 processors worked in parallel, communicating and collaborating like bees in a hive to solve complex problems, particularly in the field of petroleum reservoir modeling. This was crucial for discovering new oil deposits, but also for understanding and mitigating environmental risks. His work wasn't just about speed, it was about efficiency, resilience, and the power of distributed intelligence. Think about modern cloud computing, the Internet of Things, even the algorithms that power your social media feed. All of these owe a debt to the principles Emeagwali pioneered. The significance. Imagine if his innovations, and those of others like him, had been properly supported and invested in from the very beginning. Where would Africa, where would the world be now? We could have been decades ahead. And that, friends, is why highlighting these untold stories isn't just about celebrating the past. It's about inspiring the future. It's about showing the world that brilliance knows no geographical boundaries. That innovation can, and, spring from the most unexpected places. But here's the thing, the bit that will leave you breathless. That revolutionary computer that Emeagwali built, the core of his doctoral thesis at the University of Michigan. he built using surplus parts from Cray supercomputers. And so, Shirley Jackson's groundbreaking work at Bell Labs wasn't just about abstract physics. It was about laying the foundation for the very technology that connects us today. Think about it: caller ID, call waiting, the internet speed you get with fiber optics, all impacted by her research. Across Africa, where mobile phone penetration is constantly growing, this technology is literally changing lives, enabling businesses, education, and vital communication. Jackson's legacy is a testament to the power of African minds to shape the future of the world. At Afrique, we're committed to telling more of these untold stories. Stories that inspire us to innovate and build. Join our insider membership at pornoafrique.com/membership.html for just $9 a month and support our mission. Together, let's rewrite the narrative. Tag someone who needs to hear the African Story Globe Show in Europe, Africa.